guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I've been gone for a little bit, but I definitely am back. I may put my videos out there a little slower, but I'm just starting. So there's so many other things that I want to do, and I've kind of tackled all of them all at once. So that's why the lag on it. But listen, guys, I just went to the Dollar Tree and picked up some newspapers. Now, if you guys don't know what that means when you pick up more than one paper, then let me tell you. I started couponing, and there's so many deals in here. I'm going to do a little something different. As you saw in the previous screen, I was clipping my little coupons and making sure I can find some savings. Anyway, I had many people asking requests. That's what I was gonna say. I had many requests on showing you how I make my fry bread, and how I make my my pizza dough, and how I make my cinnamon rolls. Well, I'm gonna show you the mix right now. Okay, so I had to measure out the flour. I've got 10 cups of bread flour. Remember I said we needed some bread flour. I had 2 packages, one unopened one. So I just got the bread flour. It asks for 3/4 cup of the dry milk. Measured that out. 3/4 cup of sugar. 4.5 teaspoons of salt. I'm using Himalayan pink salt. And 3/4 cup of the Crisco. The butter flavored Crisco. Can you see that? Is it coming through? They add the salt. They add the sugar. Well, they don't tell you. They actually put it inside the screen of what they're adding. But this is what they do. They put it all in different areas of the bowl, so I guess you could see what kind of ingredients you have. So now I'm gonna cut this up into little pieces and throw it in there. So you see I cut all the Crisco in, and now since I have so much flour, I'm actually gonna go in with my hands, and yes, I did wash my hands. So we're gonna go in there and we're gonna start mixing it all together so that the flour covers the Crisco. Okay, so there you have it. I mixed all of this up with the Crisco, and now I'm actually gonna store it into my glass container. I have 2 glass containers. Usually it fits into 1 container, and if I do have extra, I usually make a recipe with it. Okay, so as you can see, I put the 2 jars. I made enough to put away for the next time I want fry bread, or the next time I want to make pizza. However, there is some left. I measured it out. It's like 2.5 cups in here. So I was thinking what I might do, since the video is not that long, I might go ahead and try and do cinnamon rolls. So we'll just go ahead and put the yeast in the bowl. If I can get the packaging open. I'll put the yeast in here. I'm going to activate that with some warm water. Okay, and put that in the bowl. And I'm just going to mix that up just to dissolve it. Okay, I just want that to dissolve for a little bit. I'm also going to put 1 egg in there, and I already put my 1 measuring cup away, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one. I'm gonna have to dig into one of the jars. So let's get started. I'm gonna put an egg in here. Now remember, in the bowl I said it was 2.5 because I measured it out. So then I'm going to add the egg. Obviously, because it's warm water, I want to be careful if the egg doesn't turn into scrambled eggs in there. So I did good because I didn't make it too hot. And then I'm going to add the 2.5 cups of this mix that I made. I'm just going to mix that together. And we're going to put one more cup of this dough in here. I mean the flour that I mixed. So it's going to be 4 of these because it's the 4th cup. So let me go ahead and just go 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 1 extra cup because I had the like I said, the 2.5 cups. So we're not going to use the whisk anymore because that's getting all the dough inside. And I'm going to mix all this up till it forms a soft dough. Okay, so when you get your flour all, or your dough all formed, and it turned out to be a clean bowl, just put it on a floured surface and start kneading for 6 to 8 minutes. All right, so it's been, I had it rising in the oven on the warm. The oven wasn't on, so I'm gonna put it onto this mat and I'm gonna roll it out, and then we're going to put the butter on, and I mixed out the 3/4 cup of brown sugar and 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, so I've got the brown sugar and the cinnamon on top of here. I just want to make sure that it's all spread evenly all over the place. You don't want one thick spot of brown sugar and cinnamon. So I want to make sure to even it out here. All right. I did coat the pan. I'm using my Pampered Chef pan. I did coat it with some butter so it doesn't stick to the bottom. There might be some cases where I might need another pan. So let's just get this started. Roll it up real nicely, like one of those jelly roll cakes that they have. When my grandma used to make this, she used to use dental floss to cut her cinnamon rolls. But nowadays, you can't use any of that stuff because they now make dental floss flavored, which, I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on here, put this bad boy on there, cinch it up so that way all of the stuff doesn't come falling out of there. Looks pretty tasty. So I have a knife. I'm gonna cut it, probably, it's right here is 1.5. So let's just cut it. I'll go ahead and put that like the cut side down. Look at that. So I probably want to space these out just a little bit so that way they have a chance to raise, and they might be like a pull bread or whatever. So this really cool cutting board, or what I use to roll my dough out, is also a Pampered Chef mat. You can get these from the catalog or from a party if you decide to have one. Okay, so now that I cut that up, I put it in the little bowl. It's got some room in there, but I'm gonna put it in to let it raise for another half an hour. And then after that half hour, I'm going to put it in the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. Okay, so I just took these out of the oven, out of the oven so that they can raise. This is huge, guys. So I'm waiting for the oven to preheat to 350, and then I'm gonna throw that back into the oven just like that without the lid on it. And I'm going to bake it for 30 minutes. I know it's getting a little late. For me, it's late. For you, it's probably just 5 minutes. So, or 30 seconds. So I'm gonna wait, like I said, wait for the oven to preheat. Then I'm gonna stick it in the oven. Gonna save you all of that. And as soon as it comes out of the oven, we're gonna do a taste for you. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I kind of took these out a little bit earlier because they looked like they were darkening up really good. They look fantastic. They look amazing. But I want to cool them down for just a little bit so that I could put some icing on it. So while it's cooling, I'm just going to leave it in here for just a little bit, and then I'm going to make the icing to go on the top of it. Okay, so I couldn't wait any longer, so I actually cut a piece off. Doesn't that look amazing, guys? All right, my foodies, I am going to taste this for you. We are going to, I mean, the first time I made it, it was good, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the pot that I cooked it in or what, or I let it rise long enough, but here goes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because when I make my next video, you'll know. Another happy face.